Here we go again with our second round of regular Blu-ray collection unboxings. Which in this case, of course, I did went to two physical store. Here we go again, and we're going, of course, into another round of regular Blu-ray unboxings. This time, I, of course, went back to Target and only got two, but I did went to Books A Million and had got 8. So yes, that's right, we got 10 Blu-rays here, but I will say for these 8 that I got at Books A Million, these have been used. Now, when it comes to Books A Million, they always accept, like, books or DVDs or Blu-rays that the original owner doesn't want anymore, and they can just, recycle them to them, and then they can reuse it for the, for any future owner, which, of course, I have gotten 8 of those. I know there was a lot of other regular Blu-rays I saw, but some of them, of course, some movies I've yet to see, or some of them, like Toy Story 2, had a crappy cover. You know, when they have the character's face right in front of your screen. I will say the first two, of course, are kind of a little bit kind of messed up. Not specifically the Blu-ray itself, but like the covers, and I'll explain that a bit later. In a second, and they are Rango and Cars 3. Now, with Rango, I will say, I'm not going to get my thoughts in this movie yet, because I want to save that for the Oscars animated reviews when I do the 2011 video. And Cars 3, I wasn't intending to get, but it did have the good cover in it instead of the typical bad ones. Now, the reason why these two kind of look a little bit beaten up, the covers, is mainly due not to Books A Million, but mainly specifically to me. When it comes to Books A Million, now I don't blame the company without doubt. Not gonna criticize any of them, but when it comes to used Blu-rays, a lot of the times when you get like in retail stores, they would usually have sealed stickers. You know, not also for the price tag, but also like something like, for Rango, for an example, there was an anti-theft between here in this case right here, and both of these had a used great value sticker on them. It was a bit of a pain to actually get them. I got the rest of it off, like the price sticker, but when it comes to those two, they were very, very difficult. So I had decided to remove the entire seal of the cover for the Blu-rays, and I used Scotch tape around the edges, specifically, to make sure that the covers don't easily fall off. So that's why these two are a bit odd when it comes to when the covers. So in the future, if I see like a new Rango or a new box Cars 3 that has the good cover, I might replace these two with the sealed ones, with these ones, because they're kind of a little bit beating up. But I will say, it does have, for Rango, it does have the Blu-ray and the DVD in it. It doesn't have the digital copy. Like, some of them might not have it, because the digital copy could be something. Cars 3, and I actually kind of learned my lesson a little bit. You do get the DVD and Blu-ray for both Cars 3, but the thing is, I didn't realize that for Toy Story 4, I meant, because the DVD was actually underneath one of the Blu-rays, so, like the main Blu-ray disc, so I didn't really notice that until the end. So yeah, I do have the DVD officially of Toy Story 4 and the Toy Story 4 Blu-ray. I will, like I said, I won't give my thoughts on Rango, but for Cars 3, it's kind of better than, I think, the second one, but it's been a long time since I've seen the trilogy, so, but as long as it's a Pixar film that has a good cover, I will accept that, unlike Toy Story 2. But the other ones, I do have, of course, the used ones, they only came with that price sticker and nothing else, so they were kind of easy to do. And I know we're kind of a bit off, actually, since it is February, I know I'm kind of like 2 months off, and it's tomorrow's, like, it's basically Valentine's Day tomorrow, so I know it's off, but I do have the Christmas Blu-ray, and that's the Polar Express, so I did got this one. Now, A couple of the times, usually, some people would usually have the DVD and like we would upgrade to the Blu-ray. I think we have the DVD for Cars 3, but that's just basically for me to collect. We do have the DVD of this, the 3D one to be precise. But I've decided to get the Blu-ray, and yeah, there's nothing else. You just get that. I think there was supposed to be some sort of like, pamphlet, like not like the booklets and the criterions, but usually like the Cars 3 one, for an example. Like, I'm guessing that did not came with it. And keep in mind, these ones have been used. Yeah, I know it's a bit off, but hey, I got at least a Christmas movie in my collection. Next up is The Martian. This is, of course, one of the best picture... Oh, you do get the digital code for this one, so that's good. The Martian, of course, is, of course, a Best Picture nominated film. I actually really enjoyed it. I think Matt Damon should have won for Best Actor. I think the film should have won for Adapted Screenplay. But definitely worthy of a Best Picture nominee. I love the concept of how, like, Matt Damon's character as Mark Watney really just does well. And I would love to get more thoughts on it, but I'm kind of in, like, a bit of a rush. But, because we're in used Blu-ray, so when it comes to used Blu-rays, somehow it doesn't really go into my mind a little bit. But, and speaking of 2015, we have another Best Picture nominee from that year, and that is, and that is Brooklyn. A very small movie that not many people probably have seen, but I really did enjoy this. Yeah, this year's Best Love. This is a perfect movie, I think, for me for Valentine's Day. This is like a very amazing story about this Irish girl with an Italian American. Oh my gosh, Saoirse Ronan obviously explains why she's one of my celebrity crushes in the film industry, and oh man, she should have won Best Actress for this. Like, it's just amazing. Like, obviously Little Women, of course, and then this film. I mean, I just love it so much. And her in that green swimsuit, I must say. And the next Blu-ray is actually a movie we do have on Blu-ray, but I actually want one for my own, and that is Wonder. This is, of course, the Jacob Tremblay movie that features him, Owen Wilson, and Julia Roberts. You do get I got the digital copy, so I basically got everything from the actual Blu-ray itself. A very lovable film. It should have been an Adapted Screenplay nomination. I'm serious. Like, it's such a great script. Oh man, there's a lot of things I could talk about, but I can't right now because this is not an actual review. But amazing with that. But now we get into two used Blu-rays that actually have something that they actually came with. The slipcovers. And yeah, a little spoiling. It's Judy and Paddington 2. Starting up with Judy, I will say that I know a lot of people would be kind of like, say, bashing it because it was an Oscar bait movie, and that's the reason why Renee Zellweger won for Best Actress, just because she's playing the star who played in one of the most classic movies of all time, which, of course, is getting a remake. I mean, you also... And I really actually did enjoy it. I will say my thoughts on Judy, that since it is still, like, recently, a recent movie from 2019, I will say the performances are definitely the weak aspect of the movie, especially Zellweger. But the reason why I loved it so much is how great the script is, how great the direction was, like the sets, the costumes, the makeup, and all that stuff. It's just that I don't think it was, like, an amazing if the performances was a bit better. Zellweger does look like Judy Garland in the makeup, but doesn't sound like Judy Garland. And as a person who, I will admit a confession, I've yet to see The Wizard of Oz. And that is, I know that's going to be a big confession I had to say there, but if you're not familiar with that movie, or you're not familiar with Judy Garland's life, this movie would really explain a lot. Like, since the movie centers around her final years, and there's a little bit of throwbacks of her when she was a child actress, and it's such a sad, sad story. I mean, like, she had a terrible life to her. Like, she wasn't that happy, and I felt bad, and I kind of felt bad for her for that. And even though going on a sad note to a lighter note with Paddington 2. Now, the first Paddington movie was there at Books A Million on Blu-ray, but I am not a fan of the first Paddington. I will say that. It kind of has that similar format I think I've seen before. But this is a massive improvement, and I love this film way better. Like, since we already know the concept of who Paddington Bear was, how he got adopted into the Brown family, going into a new adventure was just amazing. And yeah, it's kind of a shame that it really came out a little bit earlier in 2018, yeah, here in the U.S., because if it got a later release date, if it had its original release date for worldwide on November of 2017, that it really would have been a big, massive Oscar contender, like for adapted screenplay or something like that. This did got a BAFTA nomination for that, along with Best British Film and Best Supporting Actor for Hugh Grant. I mean, the visuals are just amazing. Like, a lot of people think the visuals it's just Paddington and his aunt and his uncle in the opening scene. But no, there's a lot more visuals to experience. And it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. And, oh boy. And, obviously it says Voodoo Instant Digital Copy, which that did not, of course, came with the Books A Million thing. That, of course, came for the actual Blu-ray. So, I can't believe I actually got the actual cover, the slip covers for both Judy and Paddington 2. So now we go into the actual Blu-ray official unboxings, the ones I got from Target. And we actually got a Disney animation film, and it's the one that has the good cover, and that's, of course, Mulan. Yep, the fan favorite from the late 90s of the Disney Renaissance. And, of course, it does come with this sequel, Mulan 2, which I'm never going to watch. But since it does come with the original and, of course, has the good cover in it, it's best to get it. So, this is, of course, what can I say about this classic? Because I'll make a man out of you, honor to us all, how Mulan is such, a brave warrior to herself. It both, so it's both in the Blu-ray? Okay, I thought you would get Mulan and Mulan 2 separately. Okay, you get it for the digital code separately, but, it's both on this case, in the Blu-ray itself, so, kind of interesting, but, kind of very happy to actually got this on Blu-ray. But then, this one I do consider it a bit underrated. I'm just going to unbox it now, because, I know a lot of people don't like this film, but I do kind of actually do like it. I do consider it a bit of an underrated one. And may the Force be with you, it's Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Now, I actually have not seen the original trilogy, that's another big confession, but I have seen The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. I do love both of them. And I do think this one, it's not the best. I will say it's without doubt the weakest, but I still do enjoy The Rise of Skywalker. Mainly the performances, I would say, that really stands out, because The Force Awakens stands out for J.J. Abrams directing. The Last Jedi worked with Rian Johnson's script writing. And I think with The Rise of Skywalker work was the performances from John Boyega to Adam Driver. And I know a lot of people did not like her in the film, but I thought Daisy Ridley gave a great performance in The Rise of Skywalker. I'll be honest. I know a lot of people call feminist stuff like that, but I did not see any feminist stuff in that. I just see her being her. Of course, I wouldn't love to get much, but I know a lot of people do not like this. Yeah, but you do get, a bonus Blu-ray, so that's cool. I know this is kind of a bit of a quickie one, but going through 10 films in a massive haul, 8 used, 2 of them being in slipcovers and 2 official new ones from Target, very ironic. I know I didn't give much full depths in these review or something like that, but keep in mind there's a lot of these. So that said, if you like this video, you can hit that subscribe button. Comment down below if you've seen any of these movies and what are your thoughts on them. And I don't know how many more I'm going to get, but it's going to keep going and going and going. No joke intended on that.